Hi everyone, I'm not coming to you from the book cave right now because my computer in there is down, so I'm coming to you from my living room again. But I have a huge book haul, so I'm just going to jump right into that. And to start with, I have the six American volumes of Wotakoi. The first 5 are actually 2-in-1s. Originally in Japan it was 11 volumes. So this one follows 2 otakus that are childhood friends, and that is Narumi and Hirotako. They are both otakus, and Narumi is trying to hide it. So when she's almost outed, she asks her friend, hey, help me hide this. And he says, well, why don't we fake date? That's all I really know about it, because I haven't read any yet. I was waiting for it to finish because they came out pretty quick, so I'll be starting that soon. Then I have the first 6 volumes of Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, and that one is about a 23-year-old office worker, Akira. When the first day he works, he does actually not get to go home. The second day, he does not get to go home. He works 48 hours over a span of 48 hours. And then, a couple years later, he's still working there. Things are still like this, so he's rather depressed and everything. And then one day, the zombie apocalypse happens, and, unlike most people who'd be like, oh no, zombies, what am I gonna do? Sorry, that was my phone. Unlike most people who go, oh boy, zombies, what am I gonna do? He's like, wait, it's a zombie apocalypse. I don't have to work. Yes! And basically just proceeds to have a bunch of fun. He doesn't have to work. So he makes a list of 100 things that he really wants to do before he gets turned into a zombie. I did read the first 2 volumes. It's pretty funny. It is more, I guess I would say, raunchy humor, so it's definitely not for everybody. And I believe it is rated mature. Oh no, it's actually rated older teen. However, I would say it is more mature. But it's extremely funny if you're willing to look past that stuff. Then I have the first 2 books of Deathless, which is the Gilded Ones and the Merciless Ones. And this is another one that I've been really looking forward to reading. The concept just sounds very, very interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where Naomi Forna goes with that. And then I have This Poison Heart and This Wicked Fate. Again, that's one that I haven't read, but now that the second series is out, I'm definitely going to be reading it soon. I've been looking forward to that. Then I have 6 Crimson Cranes, which is a retelling of The Wild Swans. And that is, I believe, a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. And this is actually mentioned in the Spin the Dawn duology, because they mention the legend of Shiori, who is the princess of this book. I probably won't read this until August, because that's when book 2 comes out, is August. But it will be gotten to this year. Then I also have My Dearest Darkest, which was a Barnes & Noble's monthly pick. This came out in March, and I was recommended it in April. dark fantasy, and it is about Finch Chamberlain, who transfers to Ululum Academy. But before school started, Finch and her parents were in an accident, and she should have died. But something monstrous and ancient and terrifying wouldn't let her. She doesn't know why she woke up after her heart stopped, and ever since she's felt a constant pull to the town of Rainwater, like something there is calling to her. Then she meets Selena St. Clair, who is the queen bee of Ululum Academy. And then one night, Finch, Selena, and their friends accidentally summon a creature of immense power in the depths of their school. So that one sounds really interesting as well. I also got Girl Serpent Thorn, which is based on a, it does not say. I believe it's a Pakistani fairy tale where the princess, her touch is poisonous. And obviously that cover, I absolutely love it. And it is also by the same girl who wrote Girls of Snow and Ice, which is a book that I got as well a couple years ago. Unfortunately, I haven't read it. As you can tell, that's an ongoing theme. I have a lot of books that I need to read. Yeah. And then I have the whole Alex Rider series, or at least I believe it's the whole series. It started out, a co-worker gave me this, which is the special edition of Stormbreaker. And it's something I had read part of when I was younger, and I do believe I would enjoy it, so I went ahead and got the rest of those. Then I got this edition of Dune, which is another book. It's actually on the 1,000 books to read before you die Guardian list, and somebody put these little markers in it, and I thought I got them all out, but I realized they put some in the top. And let me see, no, they did not put any in the bottom. So I just surprised myself. That's always fun. Then I got A Clash of Steel and Travelers Along the Way. Both of these I have finished. These are both library books, and they're also from the Classics Remixed series. There is a third one that I read, but I read it like 3 or 4 months ago, so I don't still have it. That is called So Many Beginnings. So Many Beginnings is a retelling of Little Women, except it is set in the Roanoke Freed People's Colony, and follows a family of freed slaves there, and the struggles they have with basically getting their voices heard, along with the girls having their first loves and health issues, same as in the original Little Woman. This one, Clash of Steel, is a Treasure Island retelling, and it is set in 1826, I'm sorry, in the South China Sea, with a Chinese girl and a Vietnamese girl, and they have to find the treasure of one of the most notorious pirates of the time. And so yeah, it was pretty interesting, as was Travelers Along the Way. This is a Robin Hood remix set during the Third Crusade, specifically in 1192. And that one was pretty good as well. Then, books that I haven't read from the library, I have The Keeper of Night, which is about this girl named Wren Scarborough. Her father is a British Reaper, and they basically go after demons and anything like that. Her mother is a Japanese Shinigami, which is a death god, and so for that reason the Reapers don't trust her. And so that one sounds really good. Then I have The Corpse Queen, which is a historic fiction, and it is set in the mid-1800s, during the time when medical schools did not have cadavers to practice on, so there was a lot of grave robbing, corpse stealing going on. And when, let me see, Molly Green, who is 17, goes to live with her aunt, and she finds out that her aunt is exceedingly wealthy, having built a fortune in the dark and illicit business of robbing graves and selling the corpses to medical schools. And Molly becomes a grave robber. And then bodies of missing girls begin to appear around the city. And so she hunts the killer and tries to figure out what's going on. So again, one that sounded very interesting to me. Then I have Misrule, which is book 2 in the Malice duology. Malice is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, except it is from the point of view of the evil fairy. Except in this series, she is not truly a fairy. That's all I'm going to say about that, because spoilers. But the first book I actually listened to, and it was really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Then I have Bunny by Mona Awad. And this is about a girl who goes to college, and she falls in with this group of girls, and all the girls call each other Bunny. And to start with, she finds it very annoying, but then she gets to join their group, and dark things happen. And that's really all I know, but it sounds super, super good. Then I have some nonfiction. I have a couple of memoirs. Gary Paulson's Gone to the Woods, and he wrote Hatchet, and I'm not sure what else, but obviously this is about his childhood spent in the wilderness, I'm assuming. Then I have The Dragons, the Giant, the Woman, and this is a memoir by Wayatu Moore, and when she turns 5, her father and grandmother throw her a big birthday party at their home in Liberia, but all she can think about is how much she misses her mother, who is in faraway New York. And then, of course, war breaks out in Liberia. They flee, reach the village of Lai, and then after months of waiting, they are taken to Sierra Leone, and now they're going to the United States. And this basically follows her travels and her time in school in the U.S. So that was one I'm definitely interested to read as well. Then I got 2 biographies of Louis XIV. One by Anthony Levi, and then the other one is by Josephine Wilkinson, and that's actually Louis XIV, The Power and the Glory. I'm into kind of that time in history, Marie Antoinette, Louis XIV. I don't know if I'll get to these, but I did want to just check them out so I could at least, throw them into Goodreads, that these are the ones I want to read. Then to finish things up, I have the Poppy War trilogy, which is the Poppy War, the Dragon Republic, and the last one is the Burning God. And this one is basically a science fiction, where people get powers from opium, and just sounded really unique to me. And so yeah, I definitely wanted to read that. And obviously this isn't all the books that I have either bought or got from the library, but this is the bulk of what I'm really excited to read and planning to read very soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little tour, and the next time I see you, I really do hope to be back in the book cave.